Welcome back, fans and friends. For this upcoming video, I have similar to that car there, but instead of green light. So this was the green light I had high hopes for, but as it turns out, it was just okay. Probably worse than the M2 because I could not crack open this hood, and as you can see there, I damaged it with the knife trying to pry it open. It did not open. I don't know if it does. There were some things okay with it, but otherwise than that, you have to watch the video. Like I said, I was hoping like the Datsun 510 has an opening hood, but this one doesn't. And so does the regular GTR R34. So for this video, I have the Matchbox counterpart to that, as I know there's an M2 that I have for this. So these are similar. They're not exactly the same, but they are similar enough. As you can see there, Nissan Skyline GTR 1971, and this is 1971 as well, and 2000 GTX. So not quite the GTR, but it's the Matchbox, and I've brought this up a few times. They do put in more work than what it's worth. You can see there 1971, Skyline written above it. And then there we have the HUD. Look at all the colors put into like a decent amount of work. There's the rear view mirrors. And even the packaging looks okay. It's not terrible. It does look really nice. And considering it costs less than 10%, 12% of what that costs, although it is a lot older, so finding them right now it's probably going to be more expensive than what I paid for this. And then as you can see there, the packaging is a little bit different from this generation. 11 out of 25, sorry, 125. Extraordinary vehicles fueled for bustling city streets. And then here is that we often get with this with their Hot Wheels, not comparable with some of their sets. And then the Nissan Motor Corp, and the 60th anniversary of that, when they took over Prince Motors and brought the Skyline to their portfolio. So just going to go ahead, and there's the last of it, the 11 out of 125. You have the street lights there. I think it looks way better than their packaging right now, but there's no getting around that. So anyway, like I said, I think it's really well done. Slightly superior to sadly, the green light, because the green light one, unlike their R34s, does not have an opening hood. So it just makes it like a really expensive version of this. So, like I pointed out, everything outside of the package, the license plate, nothing written on it. But that's not worse than the green light, which also has the license plate with nothing written on it. But you can clearly see the lights are done way better in the Matchbox, rear view mirrors. Bumper, more or less the same. Obviously the underside has that shininess to it, the chrome, which is wholly unnecessary, but it's nice to look at. And it says 2000 GTX Nissan Skyline 1971. As we know, Matchbox is slightly better in that respect for most of the vehicles, not all of them. The Ford Interceptor from the last video being a prime example. And with the exclusion of the spoiler, the Matchbox is done much better. Maybe not the muffler and the details for that, but everything else, like, it's even more finely detailed. Like this one, it looks like the stamping's kind of worn out, and it's not hasn't gone on quite as effectively. Like, look at this. So, and there we have side view. Once again, the Matchbox has slightly better features to it. It's more finely tuned for some unknown reason. Like, I have fewer complaints with this than I do with the green light, I guess because I paid more for it. I expected more, but I did not get. It does have some nice things about it. It's just not like. So, more or less, I get a similar feeling from that Savoy I did a while ago. Everything else, the wipers on there stamped onto the body. The windshield is nice and clear, easy to see through. It is a right-hand drive car, as they all should be. Although the steering wheel is kind of hard to see, because you can just see it right there. So it is kind of hard to see because it's set lower in the vehicle, whereas this one is a little bit higher. You can see it clearly. But yeah, they're both right-hand drive vehicles, as they should be. The underside is obviously done much worse, but not too much worse. Like I said, the main good things about this vehicle are the amount of detail you get in the painting, the front of the vehicle, and obviously the 1971 and the Skyline right there written on the back of it. So there we have it, Matchbox's 2016 rendition of the Nissan Skyline. Now this is a 2000 GTX, not GTR, so just bear that in mind. This is Thomas from Toronto. Thank you for watching this video, and till the next one.